dives into the heart of higher education and its hindered hopes. So welcome back to I Beg to Differ Students Debate, the platform where the young present wisdom beyond their years. Should we meet these contestants right now?
Yes, we should.
Brilliant. Lagos, Nigeria, the rest of the world. Welcome to our contestants from International School, University of Lagos, Akoka. Odunlade, Enoch, Oluwademilade, and Olubo Maranatha. That will be Oluyelu Esther, correct? Well done. Welcome, both of you. How are you doing?
Very fine.
All right. What do your friends call you? Enoch or Oluwademilade? Oluwademilade. The surname is Odunlade.
Yes.
All right. Oluyelu Esther.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm very fine, sir.
Good. Traffic showed you pepper today, right?
It's really good.
Okay. Have you been able to catch your breath?
Yes.
Welcome. Oluwademilade is 16 and I guess is in SS3.
Yes, sir.
Esther is also 16, also in SS3.
Yes, sir.
Who's in science class? Who's in art?
We are both in science.
Both scientists.
Yes.
To be welcome from the International School, University of Lagos, Akoka. Their opponents from Silversands Hall High School, Osakwa, London, Lekki, Lagos. Make welcome to 213-year-old Favor Ukoha and Tamilore Akinleye. Welcome, Favor. How are you doing? Favor, you are in SS2. Brilliant. When is your birthday?
November 24th.
So you are literally days away.
Yes, sir.
From your 14th.
Oh, okay.
Yes? Brilliant. All right. Tamilore,
Yes.
how
sir.
are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
You
Sir.
are in SS1.
Yes, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. All right, Yvonne. I see you love children.
Oh, Femi.
I suspect you're going to have a lot of children.
No, Femi. Immediately no.
You like to love them from a distance.
Immediately yes to that. Well, the motion for this hour is ASUU strikes do more harm than good. ASUU strikes do more harm than good. These contestants were told to prepare for both sides of the topic. Now they will find out how they will argue this evening. I've got two folded pieces of paper in my palm. Will the chief speakers please pick? Thank you. Thank you. Now tell us how you will argue. Osaka London's... I was about to say...
Osakwa, London's finest.
Oh, thank you. I was about to say that. Osaka London's finest being represented by Silversands Hall High School seem quite excited. Now they will tell us how they picked. What side will you argue?
We're opposing.
You are opposing the motion that ASUU strikes do more harm than good. That leaves Akoka's finest, represented by International School, supporting that motion.
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful.
You feel confident?
Yes,
You
sir.
got this on lockdown.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful.
I trust. So Lagos, let's get into this. We ask a burning question. Do ASUU strikes do more harm than good? International School, University of Lagos is standing firmly on that motion. They are ready to argue that academic disruptions damage dreams and delay destinies. On the other hand, Silversands Hall High School, Osakwa, London, Lekki, say nope. They are prepared to prove that strikes, though painful, are tools for justice, not destruction. We'll find out soon enough. It's a debate about policy, but it's a debate about more than that. It's about people. It's about progress and the power of protest. So let's commence this debate and let the truth take center stage.
Right. Before we do that, before we do battle, we'd like to recognize the coaches of these contestants. And we will ask the students to mention their coaches. I'll start with Silversands Hall High School. Who's your coach?
Mrs. Amos and Mr. Aderowo.
Mrs. Amos and
Mr. Emmanuel.
Mr. Emmanuel. If you're watching the live streams on Facebook and YouTube, you should see them in the viewing room. And now to International School Akoka.
Mr. Sulaimon and Mr. Adebayo.
Mr. Sulaimon and Mr. Adebayo. Well done for doing a wonderful job with these debaters.
All right. ASUU strikes do more harm than good. We know how they will argue now. We might as well get to it. This is the I Beg to Differ Students Debate Season 9, the first regional finals in Lagos, brought to you by GZI Industries. Also supported by Obi-Weezy, the Multiplan Pathway College and Finance Trust Microfinance Bank. That's more like Fina Trusts. Are you ready, motion supporter?
Yes, sir.
Right. We'll take a short break just so that you can clear your throats and, dot your I's and cross your T's. And when we return, it will be time to hit the ring.
Obi-Weezy is Nigeria's trusted name in affordable tech and gadget tradings. From Lagos to Abuja, from students to CEOs, Obi-Weezy is your guy for quality tech devices, brand new and pre-owned alike. Got a new phone or laptop? Bring it in and walk away with an upgrade or a cashback, or in fact, both. Whether you shop in-store or online, at obiweezy.com, you are guaranteed value, warranty, and a customer-first experience. Obi-Weezy offers affordable tech, trusted service, because with gadgets, Obi-Weezy is your guy. Follow Obi-Weezy at Instagram at Obi-Weezy backup page, or on TikTok at Obi-Weezy. That is at Obi-Weezy on TikTok. Obi-Weezy is spelled Obiweezy. That is Obiweezy.
At GZI, we believe corporate success must go hand in hand with community impact. Through our corporate social responsibility initiatives, we've supported lives across Nigeria, from donating protective coveralls to street sweepers nationwide to organizing free medical outreach programs for our host communities. We're committed to improving lives, promoting safety, and giving back wherever we operate. GZI, building communities, inspiring change.
Welcome back. It's time now for the debate proper, brought to you by GZI Industries. We appreciate them. Once again, ASUU strikes do more harm than good. International School, University of Lagos, Akoka, are supporting this motion. They are led by Odunlade Enoch Oluwademilade, who will now open their presentation round.
That's right. You've got 4 minutes.
I see a vision, a haunting picture, something that mimics a curse. Imagine a country where an education that is meant to last 4 years is twisted into 8 years. And at the end of it all, our youth step out with a reward that is nothing close to the sacrifice that they had to pay. This is not fiction, but the reality of millions of Nigerian youths held hostage by ASUU strikes. Given to Caesar what is his, I hereby recognize the presence of the able chairman, the panel of honorable adjudicators, the efficient timekeeper, my co-debaters, and the august audience. I am Odunlade Enoch from the International School, University of Lagos, here to gallantly affirm the motion which states that ASUU strikes cause more harm than good. Firstly, I'd like to state the fact that ASUU strike leads to lost years and opportunities. Mind you, time is money, and once it is lost, it can never be regained. How do you want to explain to students that opportunities opportunities and time that they spent in university that was lost is all worth it and has no negative effects on them. I would like to give an example. A student who is 17 years old when entering university and graduates when they are 24 years old is already at a disadvantage when competing with some of their peers who graduated at the age of 22. Or a medical student who does not finish their graduation, their housemanship, and everything to get a proper job till they are 30 cannot be convinced that the ASUU strike, which wasted their time, which wasted the opportunities that they could have been presented with, should be considered as something that does more good than harm. It simply doesn't make sense. Secondly, ASUU strike leads to mental health situations and depression among students. A survey that was conducted during the periods of 2020 and 2022 during ASUU's 8-month strikes found out that about 68% of students who were affected by these strikes went through some form of mental health struggle, and some of them even going through depression. How do you want to tell the families of students who took their lives, who lost their lives and committed suicide as a result of ASUU strikes, that ASUU has more positive benefits? Or they won't want to give an example of 2020 where a student Unilag who committed suicide left a note that explicitly stated that the ASUU strikes were the breaking point for them. The simple answer to that is no. Furthermore, ASUU not only has economic effects on the part of parents and students, but also on the country. Firstly, on the part of parents, when you are in university, you cannot claim that you won't spend more than school fees on the tuition. We won't spend more than school fees when sending your child to school. There'll be other fees that will be incurred, such as hostel upkeep, allowances, faculty dues. All these have to be paid. So tell me, how do you want to reconcile the idea that ASUU strike causes good when parents who are struggling, who are trying to keep up with the payments? I mean, several people, their retirement plans have to go for that. Some people have to sell properties just to keep up with the ASUU strikes and the extra costs that are incurred as a result of the ASUU strikes. You want to tell us that this has a positive effect on people? Furthermore, on the country, if ASUU strikes has led to loss of the rates of workers that we have in our economy, imagine people who would have graduated 5-6 years ago who are just joining the workforce as a result of the cumulative strikes. So it means the effects that they would have had in the economy, jobs that they would have created, productive activities that they would have conducted have been lost. So if you want to equate that for individuals claiming that they would have worked for at least 2 years by now and would have been very productive, you can say that Nigeria as a country would have lost billions of naira as a result of that. So something that is leading to loss of billions of naira on the part of the country shouldn't be regarded to have more positive effects than negative effects. Furthermore, ASUU strikes has led to brain drain and loss of talent, especially amongst youths. Amongst students and even young academic staff of universities, there has been a massive migration as a result of the ASUU strikes that have happened of recent, which spiked especially during 2020 and 2022. Imagine universities where the talents are living and going abroad. Definitely, you won't claim that something that is leading to the loss of talent and future of the country should be regarded as positive. And lastly, ASUU strikes lead to spike in the rate of crime, where students who are now idle, have nothing to do, they engage themselves in other negative activities. So having predicated my standpoints, I know and I am sure that ASUU strikes have more negative effects than positive effects. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. That was Otunlade Enoch Oluwade Milade of International School, University of Lagos, Akoka, for his presentation round. We'll switch quickly to their opponent. Silversands Hall High School, Osakpa, London, Lekki, Lagos's lead debater, Favor Okoha.
According to JAM Admissions and Matriculation Board, which stated that out of 424,442 quarters admission, only 136,527 admissions were processed as a result of this prolonged strike for academic session 2021/2022. The strike has successfully resisted policies like integrated payroll and personnel information system, the IPPIS, which undermine the independence of universities, according to Business Day 2024. Good day, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Favor Okoha, speaking strongly against the motion which states ASUU strikes do more harm than good. First and foremost, it leads to policy reforms. This strikes has forced the government to implement reforms such as upgrading universities' facilities, increased funding in the education sector. Nigeria's average budget allocation to education between 1999 to 2023 was only 7.81% of the national budget, which is far below the UNESCO's recommendation of 15 to 26% benchmark. Secondly, advocacy for academic welfare. These strikes are often aimed at improving the lecturers' welfare, securing better salaries, benefits, and working conditions. This strike brought about the establishment of Terrestrial Education Trust Fund, the TET Fund, which is now a major source of infrastructure and research fundings in most public universities today. According to Telegraph Nigeria 2025, government negotiations following ASUU strike led to the release of 50 billion naira for end academic allowances and 150 billion naira for the 2025 university revitalization. In addition, it protects the integrity of our degrees. These strikes, pushing for better academic conditions, it has brought about the credibility and independence and making sure that our degrees are our degrees issued to our students, our young youths, maintain value and credibility both locally and internationally. It protects academic standards. This strike ensures that the universities do not have to operate under substandard conditions. It ensures that these universities are free from excessive government controls and the government doesn't have to undermine academic quality. It also ensures that lecturers do not have to compromise on academic quality. Next, it defends the workers' rights. It strengthens the union and brings about the spirit of solidarity. When our students and the lecturers are in the university and they do not have the spirit of togetherness, it's not a convincing spirit for our students. Next, this strikes raises awareness to the public, making the public and the media aware of systemic problems in our Nigerian universities. My dear audience, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at the University of Ilorin and most private universities here in Nigeria, like the Caleb University and the Pan Atlantic universities. Have they been able to produce better graduates than that of public universities like Unilag and Obafemi Awolowo University? Let's take a look at most of the CEOs and MDs of big companies here in Nigeria. If we decide to take a good look at the background education, it will be found that most of them come from public universities, undergoing the same ASUU strike in universities. My dear audience and members of the oppositioning team, I ask a question. Would you rather work for someone knowing fully well that your salary cannot complete your day-to-day needs or even fix your personal life problems? No. Personally, I wouldn't, because I want my salaries to be improved. I want the government to hear that, yes, me as a lecturer, I myself as a lecturer, I'll need better infrastructure, better welfare, better improved salaries so that I can teach my students, our future, the future of our generations, with better motivation as a person, as a human being. In conclusion, ASUU strikes have achieved awareness, better funding, improved infrastructure, and it has preserved the dignity of academic professions here in Nigeria and defended the integrity of our higher institution education in Nigeria. They also safeguard the future of our education in Nigeria. Thank you very much.
All right, well done. Favor Okoha, she's 13 SS2 student of Silversands Hall High School, Osakwa, London, Lekki here in Lagos. Before her, you heard International School, University of Lagos Open. Brilliant.
We're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. Like, share, and comment. Don't forget to share your thoughts. Also, of course, share the live streams with others around you. We'll take a short break. When we come back, it will be time for the rebuttal rounds. It's the first edition in the 9th season of I Beg to Differ, right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I Beg to Differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Queen's University Belfast is a leading member of the UK's prestigious Russell Group. Found in 1845, Queen's has a long tradition of welcoming students from Nigeria into a friendly and diverse international community. Queen offers industry-focused programs with professional accreditations, especially in areas such as engineering, business, medicine, computer science, and law. Students benefit from modern facilities, strong employer links, internship opportunities, and global career support. Queen's has dedicated scholarships for students coming from Nigeria.
Hello there, I'm here to tell you about the world-class beverage cans producers, GZI. At GZI, excellence is our hallmark. We produce world-class aluminum beverage cans that meet the highest international quality and safety standards. Our cans are 100% recyclable, lightweight, and designed to keep every beverage fresh while protecting the planet. With state-of-the-art facilities and responsible production practices, we are proudly setting the pace for sustainable packaging across Africa. GZI. Yes, we can.
The Tournament of Champions. It's I Beg to Differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back. Thanks to GZI Industries, our lead sponsors. It's all courtesy of them. Obi-Weezy, Multipath Pathway, Multiplan Pathway College, and Fina Trust Microfinance Bank.
Right, it is time for the rebuttal rounds. The motion remains: ASUU strikes do more harm than good. International School Akoka is the motion supporter. Silversands Hall High School is the motion opposer.
And just to be clear, by the way, Silversands will go first.
That's right.
But just to be clear, debaters, pay attention. It's the rebuttal round, okay? We're in the realm of response and resistance. You understand what you need to do. You have to counter the arguments of your opponents. Every assertion should meet its challenger. Every statistic, its skeptic. It's time to counter, to question, and to cleverly cut down the claims of your competitors. It's a dissection thing, okay? So let that dissection begin. Silversands, that will be you, Tamilore Akinleye. Are you ready to go? Remember, students, if you finish countering all the points made by your opponent and you have more time, you can add fresh points. However, if you leave some points unrefuted and you start to make new points of your own, the judges will not score them. So if your opponent made 5 points, make sure you've refuted all the 5 points first before you add your own ideas. Okay? So that way we don't want students to leave the rebuttal round and begin to add new points without first rebutting. Is that clear?
I believe it is.
Let's go.
All right, you've got 4 minutes. Your time starts now.
Standing on the existing protocol, my name is Akinle Oluwatamilore Deborah, a 10th student proudly representing Silversands High School. I'm still standing firmly on the assertion that ASUU strike do more good than harm in Nigeria educational system. And in this rebuttal round, I'll clearly dismantle all the claims made by my opponent. But first, let me address the major weakness of the argument on the motion supporters. My opponent claimed that it causes unnecessary strikes, but I beg to differ because they have failed to mention the causes of why ASUU goes on strike. It is the government that have failed to honor their promises, poor condition, and neglecting Nigerian university that forces ASUU to take their actions. If the government simply honor their promises and prioritize educational and prioritize education, then there will be nothing like strike in Nigerian universities today. So if blaming ASUU for the harm is just like blaming a thermometer for telling you that you have a fever. Secondly, my opponents claim that his students waste their time, motivation, and momentum during the strike. But I beg to differ because they are also forgotten that without ASUU's consistent strikes, our university will have been reduced to glorify secondary school long ago. They will have been understaffed, outdated, and completely collapsed. Is it not harm to fight for the welfare of lecturers and improve the quality of higher education in Nigeria, to fight for motivated teachers, modern facilities, and improved infrastructure in Nigeria? If students lose their time during the strike, then they should ask the government who failed to honor the agreement, not ASUU strike, who is fighting to protect the standards of our education system. In addition, the supporters of the motion also claim that it damages nation's image. But the truth of the matter is this: what actually damages Nigerians' image is when the government refuses to invest in Nigerians' education, when lecture halls are overcrowded, and when the lecture halls are overcrowded, and when students use outdated laboratory equipment. ASUU strike is not the cause of harm, neither is it the cause of the problem. It's a call for healing, for better conditions and infrastructure in Nigeria. Now to the good that ASUU has actually done. Let's also forget the history that the Tertiary Educational Trust Fund, the university salary structure, and the rehabilitation of lecture halls and libraries across Nigeria came through ASUU strike action and negotiation. If without ASUU's courage to resist oppression, then all these positive changes that we're seeing now will not have happened. When people say that ASUU strike causes more harm, I ask, what about the good fruits that's produced? In addition, it teaches students and citizens civic responsibility. ASUU strike has made us to know that we must demand accountability from our leaders, and it has shown Nigerians and students that silence in the face of injustice is dangerous. So through this, the strike is a lesson in civic responsibility and a lesson in any form more powerful than any form in textbooks. ASUU strike has also standardized the quality of our education through accreditation struggles and making sure that our integrity is respected internationally. Let us be honest with ourselves. If the government has fully funded our universities, if they have fully funded our university, made their obligation and honor their principles, then ASUU, there will be nothing like strikes in our university. So now, who have broken the principles? Is it the watchdog or the one who is ignoring the rules? In conclusion, ASUU strike is not the cause of harm. They are the defenders of our Nigerian education, the voice of lecturers, and the fight for students' rights and standard of our educational system. So, saying that ASUU strike has caused more harm is just like telling you that a thermometer has told you that you have a fever. It's just like blaming a thermometer for telling you that you have a fever. With this 4 points, I hope I've been able to convince you and not confuse you that ASUU strike has done more harm than good. Therefore, I stand firm and resolute to say that ASUU strike has done more good than harm in the Nigerian educational system. Thank you.
Well done. With barely 20 seconds to spare, Femi.
Well done. Tamilore Akinleye, Deborah, 13 years of age, SS1 student. Silversands Hall High School, Osakwa, London, here in Lekki, Lagos. It's time now for their opponents, International School, University of Lagos, Sakoka, to do their rebuttal rounds. So it's over to Esther Oluyelu.
That's right. You've got 4 minutes.
Good day, panel of judges. All protocols duly observed. My name is Oluyelu Esther once again. I'm from International School, University of Lagos. And I'm here to critically oppose the motion of I'm here to critically refute the point my opponent has made. Firstly, my opponent said that ASUU strike promotes the improvement of facilities in our university. Then why is it that we are still having these issues? Why is it that students are still complaining of not provided with the correct equipment to live? Secondly, it also says that ASUU strike leads to better working condition. Let's face the reality. If ASUU strike leads to better working condition, then why are we still having strikes? Why is it that students are still being affected with these strikes? It seems that my opponent is focusing more on the lecturers and the staff. But what about the students' rights? Why is it that they are being affected mentally because of this ASUU strike? Also, you said that ASUU strike decrease issues. Now let me tell you, let's just face the reality. Decrease takes people higher than skill acquisition. For example, someone who studies as PhD, BSc, won't it take it higher than someone who is just studying mere tailoring? Also, my opponent said that ASUU strike raises awareness. Please, we do not want to know. No, I'm very, very sure a majority of the people do not want to know what ASUU is or why we have strike. They all want to study and then have better education. Now, most people, you also said that most people come from public universities, but why is it that there is still a majority of Nigerians are leaving Nigeria just to study abroad because of this ASUU strike? Why? Also, you said something that would you rather work for someone who hasn't paid your salary? Like I said, you are focusing majorly on lecturer. What about our students? It is said that children are the future of tomorrow. So why are we focusing on the lecturers or the old ones? Now, in addition to my colleague's point, ASUU strike leads to increase in crime rate. Now, during that 8 to 10 months in 2022, during the ASUU strike, it is proven that majority of the people, because of the way I do, led to increase in crime rate because they had nothing to do. There is a saying that says an idle man is the devil workshop, meaning that if one is idle, he will engage in crimes such as prostitution, betting, or gambling. Also, ASUU strike leads to affects the mental health, just like as my colleague has said. Look at mental health of students. A survey was carried out and the report shows that over 64% of students were affected greatly by this ASUU strike. Now, will you now say that ASUU strike doesn't have more harm than good? No. In conclusion, I believe and I stand for the truth, and which is only but the truth, that ASUU strike does indeed causes more harm than good. Thank you.
Well done.
And so the rebuttal rounds are over. That was Esther Oluyelu of International School, University of Lagos, Akoka. Time now for another break.
That's right. Well, we'll come back. You'll hear the closing arguments. It is I Beg to Differ Season 9, the first edition.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I Beg to Differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
At GZI, we believe corporate success must go hand in hand with community impact. Through our corporate social responsibility initiatives, we've supported lives across Nigeria, from donating protective coveralls to street sweepers nationwide to organizing free medical outreach programs for our host communities. We're committed to improving lives, promoting safety, and giving back wherever we operate. GZI, building communities, inspiring change.
Obiwizi is Nigeria's trusted name in affordable tech and gadget tradings. From Lagos to Abuja, from students to CEOs, Obiwizi is your guy for quality tech devices, brand new and pre-owned alike. Got a new phone or laptop? Bring it in and walk away with an upgrade or a cashback, or in fact, both. Whether you shop in-store or online, at obiwizi.com, you are guaranteed value, warranty, and a customer-first experience. Obiwizi offers affordable tech, trusted service, because with gadgets, Obiwizi is your guy. Follow Obiwizi at Instagram at Obiwizi backup page, or on TikTok at Obiwizi. That is at Obiwizi on TikTok. Obiwizi is spelled Obiwezi. That is Obiwezi.
The Tournament of Champions. It's I Beg to Differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Beautiful. Special thanks to all our partners.
Right.
Obiwizi. Thank you very much. Multiplan Pathway College and Fina Trust Microfinance Bank. This first regional final of season 9 is brought to you by GZI Industries.
Ogumbeku Omowarare Olayinka on Facebook says, I hope it won't be a tie today. Well, that remains to be seen, because we're about to hear the closing arguments.
We've heard from all 4 students yet.
Indeed.
And now we go into the closer. This is the crescendo, the final round. No new points, no new arguments, just heart, poise, and of course, persuasion. The judges are looking at your quality and your style. Okay? Just bring us deep convictions. Make it compelling. Make it clear. And deliver it like a legacy. We've been impressed so far. Take it home, all 4 of you. Who is leading in the closing?
International School.
International School. And that will be Oluwade Milade Enoch Odunlade, right? And Favor Okoha. All right. For Silversands Hall. International School. You go first.
Your time starts now.
Standing on formally established precedents, I am here to offer the closing arguments for the motion that ASUU strikes cause more harm than good. I would like to remind all of us, to everyone listening, not just the panelists, that ASUU strikes are not just a recurring event, but they are events that send ripples throughout the course of time for students. We need to realize that the facts and statistics that are being mentioned are not just figures, but these are the lives of actual people that are being affected. Do we really want to claim that ASUU strike, which has led to degradation of academic standard, I mean classes, things, programs that are supposed to be achieved in 2 semesters, 3 semesters, are being collapsed into 1 semester? Opportunities that will be given onto individuals are being lost consistently. Individuals are losing their minds over these ASUU strikes. Do we really want to claim that this so-called solution or message that you would want to send to the Nigerian government is worth the lives of individuals? Would you want to look the families of individuals who committed suicide and tell them that, oh, the message that you are trying to send to the Nigerian government is worth the life of their child? The simple answer to that is no. I would also like to stress the fact that ASUU strike are not just opportunities, are not just protest against against the Nigerian government that does not proffer any solutions, but these are actually negatively affecting us and drawing us back. ASUU strikes more or less are constant rantings that are offered up by displeased individuals that do not actually achieve anything. If we look at it time and time again, my opponents would have claimed that ASUU strikes has led to improved situations, working conditions on the part of lecturers. But if we are going to open our eyes to look at the situation that is actually on ground, we'll see that that is not the case. Because if it were, ASUU strikes wouldn't be recurring and wouldn't be threatening as we are speaking. So no, ASUU strikes do not have any positive effects on the part of the lecturers who still have to go on strikes. I've been a child of a lecturer having to watch my mother struggle as a result of the effects of ASUU strikes on her job. ASUU strikes have negatively affecting students, siblings, people that we know around us who are struggling with the reality of what ASUU strikes has done to their family, and basically the country at large who is suffering and who is staggering, being brought to its knees as a result of ASUU strike. So with these few but extensive points of mine, I know according to the law maxim Re ipsa loquitur, which simply states that facts speak for themselves, I've been able to effectively convince not just the panelists but the audience that ASUU strikes cause more harm than good. Thank you.
Brilliant closing by Odunlade Enoch Oluwade Milade. He's just 16, of International School, University of Lagos, Akoka, resting his case.
Well rested. Now we will hear from Silversands Hall High School, represented by Favor Ukoha. You've got 3 minutes. Your time starts now.
Distinguished audience, panel of judges, and accurate timekeeper, I remain Favor Ukoha. But before I get into my conclusion statements, I would like to acknowledge the things my opponent said. First of all, she made mention of going abroad and focusing on lecturers. I focused on lecturers and our students' mental health. They suffer a lot, and they focus more on lecturing and old people. And then he also made mention of committing suicide, and the facts should speak for themselves. I laugh. Why? Because first of all, you can't give me the full proof that these students suffer mental health or commit suicide all because of ASUU strike. Well, you don't have the full probability or the full evidence that these strikes are the focus of such actions. And then, please, accord your lecturers with respect, because I believe you can't go to your classrooms and accord your teachers as old people. These children, these teachers, these lecturers, they implement and enforce knowledge into you so that you will be able to have better income in future. Now, back to my closing round. Distinguished audience, panel of judges, accurate and people. Again, I still remain Favor Ukoha, and I'm here to conclude our arguments for the day. I'm here to salute our dear leaders, our courageous leaders. And I'll be concluding with a poem titled My Salute to ASUU by Halima Idris Amali. And I quote, ASUU, I salute you, a sacrificial lamb, undaunted in the struggle, forcing government to reason for a better Nigeria. ASUU focusing on truth, and the probity and knowledge. In this view, ASUU strikes are not an act of chaos, but rather it's a necessary sacrifice that demands better funding and improved infrastructure and the government's accountability. In the long run, these strikes aim to preserve the integrity of the Nigerian public universities for future generations to come. Mind you, a pain without purpose is a waste of time, life, and knowledge. But a pain that brings about long-lasting reforms is a sacrifice. Therefore, I stand firm. Oh, okay, my bad. But a pain that leads to long-lasting reforms is a sacrifice. This strikes also brings about employers of labor. They teaches them better employers of labor. Therefore, I stand firm with my Deputy Speaker, Oluwatamilore, to say that these ASUU strikes do more harm than good. Thank you.
Well done.
A strong finish to a strong debate. What a showcase of passion and principled argument.
I couldn't agree more, Femi.
Now, with the final words delivered and the energy still simmering, we turn once again to our judges, the custodians of clarity and champions of fairness. I trust they will be. Their decision will determine who moves ahead. But regardless of the outcome, students, this debate is proud to have you deal with them. These students here have proven that Nigeria's future is capable and it is courageous, and that it is also in capable hands and it is also in courageous hands. Well done. Diction Judge Yvonne, do you want to do some pointers for their benefit?
Yes, Femi,
Let's
I do.
go.
Thank you. We'll start with the words that contain the silent H. Say honor, not honor. Both of you, International School and Silversands. Honor, say honest, not honest, okay? Honorable, not honorable. All right? So the H is silent in honor. It is silent in honest. It is silent in honorable. It is silent in the word H-E-I-R. So you say air, not hair. All right? Say incur, not incur. Incur. All right? To incur, not to incur. And that is to international school. Say staff, not staffs. Staff, okay? Staff means the collection of people working for an organization. So there's no need to say staffs. Education, not education. Education, okay? Say education. To both of you, you have to respect the subject-verb agreement rule because there were a lot of mistakes in that regard. ASUU strikes have led to, not has led to. ASUU strikes, more than one strike. Singular, plural subject, plural verb. ASUU strikes have led to, not has led to. Okay. Say graduate. Not do. Okay. Graduate. Chairman, not chairman. Chairman. Okay. Silversands. Also say negotiation, not negotiation. Negotiation. Okay. Negotiations, not negotiation. Academic, not academic. Academic. Stress de, not a. Okay. Also say produce, not produce. Produce. It is P-R-O-D-U-C-E, not D-U-Z-E. So say produce. Say truth, not truth. Truth, okay? Also say use these. When you're talking about more than one thing, use this. When you're talking about one thing, this strike. These strikes. Okay? So you should have said these ASUU strikes, not this ASUU strikes. These. So the demonstrative pronoun these is plural. This is singular. Those is plural. But the difference is that what you're referring to is further away from you. So you say those books, those children. That is the singular form of those. Okay? Femi, over to you.
We'll come to the verdict in half a minute.
At GZI, we believe corporate success must go hand in hand with community impact. Through our corporate social responsibility initiatives, we've supported lives across Nigeria, from donating protective coveralls to street sweepers nationwide to organizing free medical outreach programs for our host communities. We're committed to improving lives, promoting safety, and giving back wherever we operate. GZI, building communities, inspiring change.
Pay attention to the scoring. For this debate, in the presentation round, Chief Judge Chike and Judge Ama have it as 10-9 for international school. 10 to international school, 9 to Silversands on both scorecards. Judge Ufoma has it as 10-8 for Silversands. Round 1 is a tie, 28-28. Rebuttal round, round 2. Chief Judge Chike has it as 10-9 for Silversands. Judge Ama has it as a tie, 10-10. And Judge Ufoma has it as 10-8 for International School. International School lead 29-28 in round 2. 1 point. Bringing us to the closing round. All 3 judges score round 3 unanimously for one of the schools. I need to correct that. 2 judges score it for one school. 10-9 from Judge Ama and 10-9.5 from Chief Judge Chike, while Judge Ufoma has the third round as a tie. Diction scoring is a tie, 10-10. So the third round score is 30-28.5. For your winner. By split decision. Congratulations to you. 97 points to 94.5. Odunlade Enoch, Oluwade Milade, and Oluyelu Esther of International School, University of Lagos, Akoka. Well done. Congratulations. It was close. And I think it was close until the closing round.
Right, it was until that round because much time was spent by Silversands refuting the points made by the opponents as opposed to finishing with a flourish. But that's not to take away from all the work that Silversands puts in today. I was tremendously impressed by them, Femi.
As I was too. I was pleased, all debaters, when you come to the closing round, do not bother about refuting what anybody said.
Move on.
It was tight despite the time wasted refuting. Right. It was just 1.5 points in that closing round. So go to it, hit it. Don't summarize, don't review what you've said. I love the touch of poetry, that
more news,
that poetry. It was beautiful.
Yes.
But well done. Congratulations, International School. See you in the second round. That's how you'll debate. Have a lovely evening, everyone. See you tomorrow.
Bye for now.
And fragrance boosters for extra freshness, all in a freshening pack made for your upgrade. Try today.
Good mama, the washing is fast. Good mama, my fabric is barely fresh. Good mama, express cleaning. Good mama, my laundry isn't too smile.
There's a reason she's a
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.